Hello everybody, welcome to GT Planet and welcome to another Daily Races video here on our channel. My name's Chaz Draycott, lead video producer for GT Planet, and I'm delighted to be back on your screens once again. Today, we are taking on the Nurburgring Nordschleife. This is race A of this week's daily races. This week is a strange, I don't know, the best way to describe it is a bit of a themeless week. We've got the Imprezas sedan, WRX STI, the 2004, I believe it's not the Bug-Eye one, it's the one after that, at the Nordschleife for just one lap, which will be quite a weird mix. It's on comfort softs instead of sports hards as it usually appears on, so that's quite a strange one. We've got GT3s at Dragon Trail in race B, and then race C is actually the GT4s at Watkins Glen, which there's no actual pit stops in any of the races this week. They are just sprint races. This was the most unique one of the three, so I wanted to take this on, and hopefully we'll see quite an interesting mix of people's knowledge, or lack of the Nordschleife in this race. I'm just about to go out for qualifying and do my very first lap of the day. I'm a bit late to the party today. I've been away commentating and presenting over the previous weekend, so I've just been sort of gathering my voice back up this morning after the event of 3 days. So I'm looking forward to getting back behind the wheel and seeing what we can do in the Impreza. Now the cars are completely standard, of course, so there is not going to be much in the way of tuning or any sort of crazy exhausts like we saw in the escorts of the previous week. But of course, one thing you've got to think about here is that they are on comfort soft tyres. Like I say, I got this car second hand, as you can tell by the 61,000 miles on it, but it's usually on sports hards, so I'm intrigued to see what it's like. It does feel like it handles a lot better than I was expecting it to, just in the opening few corners that I've done here, but obviously this is the Nordschleife, so it's a longer lap to keep it within track limits to get a valid time on the board. And because it's a longer lap as well, I doubt many people that we go into this race with will have done a qualifying lap as such. But still, I'm going to give it a push round and just see what I can do. Maybe not show you the whole lap, because as I've just said, it's a very long one. So I'll see if there's any highlights or lowlights to give you a quick display of. Oh, you definitely are needing to lift or at least brake through floodplats. This thing feels so much faster than I remember the last time I drove it. It's awesome. Now, I mentioned that I'd just been presenting for the weekend. I was actually at an event called Race Retro here in the UK, which is a phenomenally fun event, mainly rally focused, but it's about old school racing cars and celebrating the history of motorsport. And I was, well, incredibly lucky to interview some legends up on the Talk Motorsport stage, but one of which was legendary Welsh co-driver Nicky Grist. You'll mostly know him for his time alongside the late great Colin McRae, but he also was alongside the likes of Armin Schwarz and Juha Kankkunen as well for Toyota, and I got to see his real WRC Celica ST185, and my girlfriend Charlotte, bless her, was lucky enough to sit in it and be shown around it by Nicky. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. But obviously Nicky himself was in Subaru for many years with Colin, and the sort of WRXs and the STIs were homologation cars effectively for Subaru's rally efforts in the late 90s and early 2000s. So cars like this have definitely got pedigree along narrow and windy roads similar to the Nurburgring Nordschleife. This is a corner I always get wrong in every sim or game I ever go around the Nordschleife in, but it feels alright around here as long as you play it safe. There's going to be some pretty scary parts of this circuit for racing, especially the bump drafting and slipstreaming that you tend to get in one-make racing with production cars like this. So I'm expecting to have a bit of survival instinct about myself, and by survival instinct I mean not looking at the camera as you come to one of the fastest corners on the circuit. We're coming to a very big commitment part of the circuit now, towards the end of the lap. It's my favourite part of the track down here, however, it's also the part where it's easy to get overconfident and maybe overdo it, so I'm not putting all the lock in the world on and carrying too much speed. I'm just giving it what I think is safe through this part of the circuit. This has felt really tidy so far. I begin to push a little bit towards the end of the lap, just getting a bit more and more confident in the car. But like I said at the very start of this video, I think there's going to be a few people here that don't quite have the knowledge of the circuit, or aren't really practicing or using qualifying as a chance to practice and get used to the car around here. So I think we could be at a bit of an advantage by just doing this session before getting on with the race. On to the Dottinger now, of course. Long straight. And the speed of this Subaru has actually surprised me quite a lot. It's really good. Okay, I'm not getting too brave onto the brakes into the final section of the lap. Like I say, just feeding it inputs that keep it safe. Carrying a nice amount of speed through here. I hate the word nice, but there it is. Not changing down to second. Careful not to clip that inside wall and invalidate your time. Only just over 8 minutes, and it is 8 minutes 14.259. That's the only qualifying lap I'm going to do. I'm happy that I kept it clean for that one individual lap. Now I'm just going to go back and wait to sign up for the next race. Oh, I got excited for a moment there because I thought I'd qualified on pole position, but it seems not. I am 7 seconds off Poico, who has taken pole. However, I'm not I'm not sort of discouraged by that, because 7 seconds around the Nordschleife when it's over an 8-minute lap is almost like being sort of half a second slower on a normal circuit, so it should be fine. You can hear the guys beeping the horn in the background already, listen. And already taking each other off in the warm-up as well, which sets a precedent, doesn't it? But it's going to be very good fun, this, I can imagine. So long as I don't get wiped out. Oh, please don't. Oh, I don't know about you, but sometimes it can be funny. Most of the time, I hate it. Alright, let's get straight into that racing line and hopefully have a clean run of this. Just chase down Poico for the win, shall we? Unless there's somebody a bit further back that comes storming through on much quicker pace than us, that didn't qualify or didn't have a clean lap in quali. Oh god. Oh, the back end got away from me there, pushing a little bit too hard straight off the bat. That was not reassuring. But again, now I've got a car physically in front of me, it's easier to push harder to go chasing it, because you've got a physical target rather than just taking it easy for lap time. So it's a different kettle of fish to just qualifying like I did before. God, you've got to be committed through there. I just didn't quite have the fortitude. Short shifted up to 6th there just to see if it gives any additional benefit, but I don't think it does. I mean, it wouldn't be a Subaru if you didn't go sideways into at least one corner, would it? Come on. Limits. It was absolutely pinned all the way down the foxhole. Nearly bent my pedal, I had it pressed that hard. We've caught up with Poico though, he's been a little bit rusty through here. We're getting away from the car behind as well. Not by a massive amount, he's still very much in the mix. Whoa, it's so leery through there. It really wants to break away on the brakes. The back end wants to come around. You can really feel the saloon car weight over the rear end of this thing. Put Poico under some pressure, shall we? Oh, he's having a bit of a moment here, and that's more than a moment for Poico. Through we go. Get away from that grass. It's important not to push too hard. Now I've got that lead. Hopefully they have a bit of a ding-dong behind. The gap is expanding. Listen to the echo from that beep. Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay. I'm nervous now. All of a sudden, I'm very nervous. I don't know what it is, but I don't think there's anything more nerve-wracking in sim racing for someone of my lack of capability anyway than leading a race. I've always got that, oh God, always got that belief that there's always a bigger fish, there's always somebody quicker than you. I spoke to a number of real-world racing drivers on the weekend that have done a little bit of sim racing as well, and they say that it's funny, because of the unknown factor, you actually get more nervous in the sim than you do in real life. It's crazy. Car behind does have the run. We can still hear that annoying beep in the background. Oh, I could have gone way faster through there. I think in a car like this, it's all about just keeping it stable and keeping it clean, because it's very easy to rotate that back end too much. That was nice through the carousel. And we've gained a decent bit of time out of it too. The gap went from 1.3 seconds to 1.7. I probably shouldn't watch that little timing tower up there too much. But we're coming to my favourite part of the track now. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm any good at it, but it tends to be the case that the further that you get around the Nordschleife, the less people tend to know it. So let's see if we can use some of the knowledge to try and get away a little bit. Ah, no. Turned it in well too early there. Oh, this is big commitment now. Big commitment. Stefan Beloff S. Losing time to the car behind. Big time as well. Oh, the car didn't want to exit out of there very cleanly. We've got 2.1 seconds or so. I always get this wrong. So easy to just clip the grass on the outside and then you're off. Nice clean run onto the Dottinger is important. The gap is up to 2.4 seconds. Not sure if we're going to be able to stay completely out of the slipstream, but we should be okay. Looking behind, yeah, that's not going to be slipstream range, I don't think, but it seems like he's gradually catching. I'm a little bit nervous about this here. It's down to 2.1 seconds. He's not in the slipstream, so it's not that effect. I think he's just simply had a better run than me. And now we're getting to the top end of the speed. It's going to even out a little bit. Only a few more corners to go. Play it safe. Whoa, that's not safe. This looks good. It's looking good. It's been a long time since I've won a daily race on Gran Turismo 7. But there we go. Winning one at the Nordschleife. Get in. Haha, yes. Oh, I'm really pleased with that one. It may have only been 1 lap, but I am really, really pleased with that. That feels good. That was great. That was really good fun. It was just a clean 1 lap sprint. But that's the thing, it's a bit of fun. It adds pressure to racing instead of just racing against the usually very easy Gran Turismo 7 AI. You can have a laugh with it, regardless of how little you battle with other people. But yeah, you too can take on the daily races, of course, this week, if you have Gran Turismo 7 and online access to sport mode as well. But go and enjoy this. It's great, great fun. Go and discuss the daily races, of course, on the GT Planet forums. There's loads of users on there that you can have a good chat with. And don't forget to keep coming back to our YouTube channel to see races like this. Hopefully more of them where I win. Thanks as always for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Have a great day.